In the European theater of operations, fighter ground support activities are carried on relative to protected shelters, which are established to assist survivability. These protected aircraft shelters are contained within the airbase dispersal area and are arranged in a random pattern around a ringed taxiway. Maintenance and servicing activities are controlled and coordinated from the centrally located and protected Squadron Operations Center. Squadron administrative and aircraft records control functions are located in a separate bunker. Within the SOC, the Operations and Maintenance Control Room is manned by a small staff who coordinate all activity within the dispersal area. The Operations and Maintenance Control Room includes positions for the Alert Operations Officer, the Maintenance Commander, the Technical Controller, the Bomber, the Bowser Controller, and the Board Clerk. These personnel coordinate their operations in conjunction with the Aircraft Status Board.
What's the... Teleops, Ricardo.
The Alert Operations Officer is a pilot who is responsible for coordinating requirements for individual aircraft sorties and having them posted on the operations side of the Aircraft Status Board. These requirements detail the information which is critical to maintenance, including the pilot walk time, on-state times, start times, and the ordnance and weapons required for the sortie. He receives direction from the Wing Operations Center and details the mission information.
Golds, report to the ops desk. Report to the ops desk immediately.
The Alert OPSO also briefs all pilots on the operational state of the dispersal area when they sign out of the Operations Center.
Golds, this is your next frag. Okay. Call me as soon as possible with your weapons and what's your walk time going to be so we can get it out of the way. Roger. Get right back to you. We should get a call back from them in about 2 minutes.
Golds?
Yeah. Okay. And there'll be a two-ship at least.
Going up again?
Roger.
Okay. Can you make sure...
The maintenance commander is an area officer who is concerned with coordinating all maintenance activities in the dispersal through the Operations Center's maintenance staff and is the interface between the maintenance organization and the operations staff. He also directs the updating of the dispersal location board, which shows the operational status of the shelters and taxiways and the positioning of aircraft and servicing crews. The technical controller coordinates the activities of the PAS crews and mobile units such as the line monitors and snagged repair crews. He ensures that the technical part of the operational turnaround is completed with minimum delay. He communicates to the PAS crews through a public address system, by telephone, and with the mobile crews using FM radio.
Control, can you radio that one more time, please? Over.
The bomber coordinates activities of the weapons load officer and the load crews, sharing the same communications links with the tech controller. He is concerned with the weapons and ordnance loads portion of the OTR and details the breakout of ordnance at the explosives area and its convoy to the pass. The Bowser controller coordinates aircraft refueling activity in the dispersal area. In addition, he directs the recording and updating of all status board information and advises the Wing Operations Center on aircraft serviceability and OTR statistics.
Over in Charlie 10, we're having a little bit of problem with that 100-hour subject. You want to check?
The board clerk maintains the aircraft status and dispersal location boards. The process of turning aircraft around to meet incoming taskings necessitates the timely flow of information to the SOC. Decisions have to be made based on the information available, which must always be completely accurate and current. Critical information involving an operational turnaround for each aircraft is marked on a movable magnetic strip attached to the aircraft status board. the beginning of an OTR cycle, the Alert Operations Officer advises that an aircraft returning from a mission has landed. All information concerning the previous OTR is erased from the magnetic strip and is moved to the OTR column on the maintenance side of the status board. Once the aircraft has been winched back into the PAZ and chocked, the PAZ crew chief advises the tech controller that the technical portion of the turnaround has started.
The aircraft is winched in, and we're beginning our OTR.
The time is noted on the aircraft strip. When the crew arrives to load ordnance, the crew chief calls the bomber who logs their arrival and fills in their crew number on the strip. The load crew chief advises when the ordnance loading begins and calls again when it is completed. The appropriate information is updated on the magnetic strip. The PAZ crew chief advises the technical controller when the aircraft has been refueled. Again, when the OTR is 10 minutes from completion, and lastly, when the aircraft is ready for its mission.
Birds are light to moderate today, so about 2,000 feet.
The Alert Operations Officer then briefs the pilot and details him to walk to his aircraft.
And the bird time is, we have no bird.
When the strip information is completed, it indicates the aircraft is ready. The strip is then moved to the assigned column opposite the appropriate mission on the operations side of the status board.
Charlie 10 assigned to green. Yep.
In the PAZ, the pilot signs out the aircraft and proceeds with the sortie. Once the aircraft has started its taxi, the strip is moved to overlap the mission column in the operations side of the status board.
Green's airborne.
Decisions on whether new taskings can be accepted or if an extension is required to the time on target, or if an accepted mission needs to be canceled, are based on information displayed on the aircraft status board. Delays in the reporting of completion times or any maintenance problems may result in the postponement or cancellation of a sortie, even though the aircraft may in fact be available. If the aircraft lands with a major unserviceability, or if, during the OTR, the ground crew uncovers a major repair problem, the tech controller is immediately advised and provided with details on the nature of the unserviceability and an estimate of the time required to rectify the problem.
This is Charlie 10. The O-ring was pinched on installation. We're going to need about another 20 minutes.
In the SOC, the aircraft strip will be moved to the U.S. portion of the board. The problem will be described on the remarks column with the estimated time in commission entered in the ETIC column. Should complications arise delaying the aircraft's return to serviceability, or should the problem be correctable sooner than originally estimated, a new time must immediately be reported. Any mission assigned to an unserviceable aircraft is based upon the time that it is estimated to be back in service. Any delays in the conduct of the OTR not related to aircraft unserviceabilities also need to be reported immediately. The Squadron Operations Center becomes a very busy place during the operational turnaround. Good working procedures, open communications, and timely reporting will go a long way to keeping the squadron at the highest possible level of mission capability.